Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is 100% here, and this is 100% Meteor and Gam. And what's up, Facebook? Because this is going on Facebook too. I'll be forgetting. But yeah, this is a No Versus Series special video. Like I said, my No Versus Series is on my YouTube and on my Facebook. It's called No Versus Series. The first episode will explain why it's called No Versus Series. So yeah, this is No versus Series special. Well, I'm sorry, not No versus Series special. It's a No versus Series video or episode, whatever you want to call it. But this one is called No versus Special 6 Matrix 3. That's what it should be called in the titles. Because my No versus Series videos, they go on YouTube and Facebook. And then when I make a No versus special, it's still a part of the No versus Series, you know, playlist and all that stuff section, but is when I say No versus Special, it has to do with the No versus Special videos. I made 5 of them. This is my sixth one. Yeah, my sixth one. So yeah, I can't say No versus Series Special because it's not a No versus Series Special. Well, it's a No versus Special, and it is from the No versus series, but you know what I'm saying is I gotta say it right. I gotta say No versus Special and the number, aka the part that is up to. And this is No versus Special 6 from the No versus Series playlist section. So yeah, it's gonna be different. I'm doing something different today. I'm definitely talking about the Matrix. I'm gonna keep it real short. The Matrix part. This is part 3 of the Matrix for my No versus Special so far. Um, I think the first one was No versus Series, not No versus Series. Sorry, No versus Special 4. Yeah, I think it was 4 that was the first Matrix um input in it. And then No versus Series Special 5, I mean sorry, No versus Special 5 was the input of the Matrix 2. I think that's how it is. And then this is No versus Special 6 input Matrix 3. Yeah, I gotta talk about the Matrix. It's just, it's crazy. Like the way, like if you think about it, if you watch my first episode of the Matrix in my No versus Special, which is No versus Special 4, it should be, you will realize like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So just give it a chance. Mano habla, estoy haciendo video. Estoy haciendo video. I'm sorry about them. My mom's in the background talking. Like I said, my video's gonna be very raw like this. There's gonna be noise in the background sometimes and all that shit. But once I get my room set up, and I said in my past update videos, everything is gonna be, you know, um, cut off, edited perfectly, so you won't have to deal with that just in case I'm making a video when my house is active, Which I doubt because I have my own room and I'm gonna have the door closed, but it could still be active. Somebody could knock, you know what I'm saying? So I'll cut that off so I won't even hear the knock or something. But that's for now it's gonna be like this. But anyways, yeah, my No versus Special 4 video is Matrix, the part 1 of it, and No versus Special 5 is the part 2 of it, of the Matrix. It shows it in Roman numerals. And then No versus Special 6, which is this one, is gonna be in and and it's gonna be in this video. It's gonna be uh an update about a certain thing that I want to talk about. So yeah, before I get into it, let me just get ready. Yeah, I'm back. Um, kind of lost my train of thought right there. I was gonna say something, I forgot. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna watch this video. I always watch all my videos before I post it to YouTube, or before I upload it to YouTube or Facebook or whatever, because this is going on Facebook and YouTube. I always watch before I upload it. So if I forgot something, I'll just put it in the description below. Yeah. So I'm sorry about that, but it's all good, yeah. Because it was the fact that my mom was talking and I had to tell her something, kind of cut me off, and you know, I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. I lost my train of thought. I said some of it when that happened just now with my mom, but yeah, when she was talking in the background, I said some of it, but I didn't say the whole thing. I said like a little bit of it, but I know how my memory works. I'm gonna remember eventually, especially after I watch this video again. So yeah, I'll just put that in the description if I have something to say. If it was just me overthinking, like, oh, I really don't have nothing else to say, everything was going good. My mom didn't actually interrupt me. Then I'll just put that in the description that you know, yeah, there was no interruptions, you know. So yeah, let's get straight into it. There's no versus special. It's gonna be about God and it's gonna be about the Matrix. I figured I had to talk about that real quick. So I got my notes here in my phone, and yeah. So I'm gonna read this. What I was gonna do is, because I made notes at first, what I was gonna do is read the notes and then go on about what I was gonna talk about when it comes to what notes I read and what it has to do. So that's what I was gonna do originally, but I changed the plan. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read. I got everything written on here, and as I'm going, I'm gonna be explaining certain things and give my thought on it. So basically, like I said just now, I was gonna read my notes and then speak on it on whatever my notes is that is saying. But I had to edit my notes because I did edit them and I made them like if it was a paragraph and you know I have to do it this way. I can't do it like if it was notes. I gotta basically read it. So yeah, this is what I mean about God. And before I start anything, I'm a God believer, but I am different because I believe we're in the matrix. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that instead of God being inside of here in this world with us in the matrix, I believe that he's outside. From what I remember, the matrixisms people, that religion, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing, matrixism, you could search it up. They believe that God is inside here with us. I think that's how it is. But I believe in the matrix just like how they believe it, but God is outside, not inside. He coded everything. So anyways, basically God, the way he works is like you gotta have a lot of faith. You have to have a lot of faith. Like, like it's it's kind of hard to believe in God, you know what I'm saying? By going by a Bible or something like that. But I'll explain why later, but you gotta have a lot of faith. Like, for example, you can't really believe what is written down in the Bible or in any ancient text because you wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't there and you don't know if the person that made it is lying. You know what I'm saying? They could have been making up a story for whatever you thought. They probably was creative writers, like, yeah, this is that. Yeah, meet this being is that. He does this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't really believe my fault. I'm looking at my notes here so I could know what I'm talking about here on my video. You can't really believe what's written down in the Bible, you feel me? Or in any ancient text, like I just said. Because we were not there and anybody writing those books and ancient texts could have been lying. And another thing is, you know how people be like, "Oh, but God's gonna come back. Jesus Christ is gonna come back." And He told us how He looks like. You feel me? That you can't really like tell how He looks like. What I'm trying to say is this: um, even if they give a description in the Bible, because even if God appears to you how you really know, you feel me? Like, for example, what I'm trying to say is this: um how would you know how God looks like? You know what I'm saying? Like they may give you a description. You feel me? They may give you a description in the Bible or whatever, but how do you really know that that's really Him? In front of you, if God was to come to you, you feel me? Because they'll give a description. Mind you, you don't know who wrote this because you wasn't there with that person. They may have the research, not the research, sorry, they may have the information in the text, like, oh, this person wrote this and that person wrote that. But you don't know if they're lying. You're not there with them. They could say anybody. Oh, this person wrote this. This person wrote that. That could be anybody. They could be lying. You know what I'm saying? And back in ancient times, a lot of wars was happening and betrayal was happening. So it's like, like that hasn't changed in today's world, but like back then it was happening a lot more. You feel me? So like you don't know if they're saying the truth or not. You feel me? So it's like even if they give a description in the Bible, because even if God appears to you, how do you really know that that's how He looks like? You feel me? Don't you think it's a trap? Like you understand what I'm saying? It's a trap. You feel me? Because God wouldn't want you to have any doubt. You feel me? So what I mean that it could be a trap is that they could lie about how it looks like. Next, what they're really describing, or whoever wrote that down, is it could be how the devil, or Satan, or Lucifer really looked like. For all you know, what I'm saying? Because you wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? At that time, you got to go by the time you was born, from your life, from when your life started, obviously the time you was born and forward. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah. So God wouldn't want you to have any doubt. So searching for Him is key, and that doesn't seem and that and doesn't that seem like the answer to that is to be questionable everything? What I'm trying to say is this. Like this is what I mean, that I was gonna talk on my notes and all that stuff, but I added my notes to reading what I'm actually gonna say now. So like I said, my video is gonna be raw like this. I didn't rehearse this or anything, I don't have to. I'm just giving you straight raw. My phone is right here and I'm just giving it to you straight raw. But yeah, God wouldn't want you to have any doubt. So searching for Him is a key. And if you think about it, doesn't that seem like the answer? You feel me? Is to be questionable about everything. You feel me? Because it's like this, like you gotta be questionable about everything. Like, oh, he really looks like that. How do you know that? Were you there? How do they know that? Those that was in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you could do your research and all that shit, but you gotta be careful because it's called be a setup. You understand what I'm trying to say? So this is what I mean. Like, remember how they told you to stay away from strangers as a child? So if you have a description of any stranger, you're saying it is okay to trust that stranger, that person. That's like it's true. That's like giving me a piece of paper. Oh, you're gonna meet this guy, and this guy. He's gonna look like this, that, and the third. And you could trust him. I'll be like, what the fuck? I don't know this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying God is a stranger, but as an example, like as an example, it's like, how can you know what I'm saying? Like, just think about it. Like, how can you just, you know what I'm saying? Because what I'm trying to say is this: in the Bible, they wrote God's description. He's gonna look like this, he's gonna look like that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when that being pops up to you or to the world, then you should believe that that's him because the Bible said that's how it's gonna come. Seriously, is that easy? So you could just write a paper or on an important book. Let's say you make a book, you can just write that this being is gonna come to you, or whatever entity or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come to you looking like this, that, and the third, so you could trust it and believe in him. What? That's like picking a stranger. That's like telling a kid, yeah, talk to a stranger. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that example. You feel me? You can't just tell a kid to talk to a stranger like that and trust him. You don't know that he could be a kidnapper. It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta be on point. Is not at all. It's not okay to believe into a stranger. To believe in a stranger. You feel me? So yeah, another thing is these other beings, you feel me, or humans, whatever they were, that were alive in those times. You know, like Thoth and Osiris, how they bring them up. You know, these people that believe and these ancient texts. You don't know if they existed because you wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't there with them. That could be a setup. You know what I'm saying? That could be a setup. You know what I'm saying? And another thing is, yeah, the other people that was in the past at those ancient times said that they saw them and they depict them. He looks like this. He looks like that. But that could be all a setup. You know, anybody could be writing anything. For all you know, they're writing a comic book. You feel me? Like, oh, he got superpowers. He's this. He's that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying though, like if you really think about it, when it comes to Thoth, Osiris, all these other fucking other beings that they mentioned in the past, it's like, yo, like, okay, you're saying this, but I wasn't there. You feel me? Yes, ancient texts, you found this and that and third, and they say the same thing, and this, that, there's a connection, whatever. At the end of the day, you gotta be questionable, like I just finished saying. You feel me? You gotta be like, wait a second, I wasn't there. How the fuck do I know that that nigga's true? Even just because this paper says it, this research says it, this information that I found says it, that means it's true. Hold on, something's not right. I get it, history, but still, they could be lying. You feel me? So yeah, what I'm trying to say is this: God exists. You feel me? For sure. But the thing is, He doesn't need you to come to you. I mean, sorry, He doesn't need to come to you or come back to you like how Jesus Christ says He's going to come back. If God were to come back, wouldn't it be saying Lucifer or the devil since because they are other beings and they have powers, aka they could transform into anything else to deceive you. You feel me? To lie to you. You feel me? And they can have you go to hell if hell exists, or you just simply die. You feel me? So God helps you by searching for Him and seeking Him, but not by reading the Bible. You have to have faith and a lot of faith and know that He is already guiding you in your life. You know, He, she is guiding you in your life. Whatever God is, male or female, all you gotta do is know that God is already guiding you in your life. That God been took the wheel. You know that song, Jesus take the wheel, or whether Jesus God or the Father of Jesus is the God, whatever. You gotta believe that God, whatever it is, He already took over the wheel. You don't gotta read the Bible or none of that shit. You feel me? So, like, I'm not gonna lie, I read the Bible. You feel me? Just in case, let's say. You feel me? Because I don't want to miss out on anything. You feel me? Not that I'm looking for materialistic things, but I want to be with God after I die. If there's an afterlife, you know what I'm saying? If heaven is real, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Something peaceful. Don't have to be heaven exactly with the gold pillars and the gold floor and all these pearls looking things and all that shit. No, 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 no. But I believe in God my own way, like I said earlier, just now in this video. Like He's outside the matrix, and we're in the matrix, and He's helping us through the outside of the matrix. And I'm gonna get to that point right now because He helps you. He helps all of us. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you don't know if it could be those beings that transform themselves into God or Jesus Christ to lie to you, have you go to hell if hell exists, or simply die. Or another thing, which is worse. I mean, death is the worstest thing because you're dead, but betrayal. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is that you know how people say God is within you. That's not how it is. He's not within you. That these are my thoughts and my opinions. I'm not saying that this is exactly what it is. I'm not saying like I'm not talking like if I'm setting the the table here like, oh, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know exactly how God works. No. These are just my opinions and what I think. I just have an idea of how it works. So yeah, God. God is not. God is not. Um, is not within you. How others say he's not. He, she is not. No. God is an actual being or force or essence. Just et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He's just all of that combined. God is all. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, if you follow the footsteps of an evil being, whether it is a human, alien, demon, or angel, that's what he's going to guide you in. And you will fall into hell, let's say hell exists, or get betrayed, then those were the or get betrayed because those were the footsteps you followed. So that's what you get. If you be a good and loving and righteous person and try to live a peaceful life, that's what you will get. You feel me? So yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry about that. I had to take a sip of my beer. But yeah, I'm sorry about doing like this because I know when I do a no versus special video, I got notes and I talk about it. I look at my notes, talk about it, and I just go on, aka I freestyle, and I just go on and look at the next note to know what's the next thing I was gonna talk about and freestyle it. You feel me? Not that I'm just making shit up, but like I will talk. Since this is a God about since this is a topic about God, it was kind of difficult to do that in notes. You feel me? And then just go off the top of my head. So I had to write it down like an essay, and that's why I read it to you guys like this. Of parts of it, I took it like if it was notes, and I said certain things about it. But the most of it, I took it like if it was a written essay, and I read it to you guys, so you guys to get it. So my bad about that if y'all kind of confused. But anyways, that's to sum this all up. You know, God is all. It's just you gotta learn how he works. You feel me? And I'm not saying that I know how he works. Like I said, this is just my opinion. This is just an idea that I got. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm not setting it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not setting the table here like, oh, this is what it is and that's it. No. I'm just saying, I'm just saying that God is different. You feel me? Like if you really think about it, like I said, the book, whether it's the Bible or these ancient texts, this it has nothing to do with God. I'm not saying that he's not the Almighty. You feel me? Because the one God that exists supposedly is the Almighty, the most powerful of them all. That's one that I believe in. You feel me? There might be other gods, but I don't like to. Not that I don't like to view it that way. I just don't think it's that way. You feel me? It's possible though that there's other gods, but the idea of one God that is all, that means that there's other gods. Every other gods that exist is just coming from that one God. So God is playing all these gods. You feel me? Not playing like doing them dirty, but like he's he's all those beings combined. You feel me? So combined and separate. You feel me? So you gotta put tools together. Like you gotta be questionable. Like, man, does God exist? How would I know? If he comes to me physically, how would I know that's him? He could be lying. It could be anything. You feel me? Because if you think about it, if it's vice versa, I'm searching for God, looking for him, instead of him coming to me. How the hell do I know that I find him? Would he tell me you found me? Or would I just be mistaking it for something else? You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it like that. That's what I said earlier just now when I was reading this to you guys, that he doesn't want you to be in doubt. You feel me? But you do have to search for him and seek for him. You feel me? But once you realize that he doesn't have to come back and you don't have to go to him, you could search for him. Yeah, the journey of adventure is going to be wonderful. But if if it's a never ending if it's a never ending story of you're not going to be able to find God if you search for him and seeking for him, whether it's physical, spiritually, or whatever, and he's not going to come back to you, whether it's physically whether it's physically, spiritual, or any other thing that's similar to that, you know what I'm saying? Then that's the answer right there. What I'm trying to say, I don't know how to put into words really, but what I'm saying is God just wants you to seek for him, search for him. Even if you don't find it, physically or spiritually or mentally. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna tell you, I could come to you in any form, spiritually, mentally, or physically, but you should always question if that's who I really am. Because God wouldn't want you to have any doubt. You know what I'm saying? So if you question it, it's like you're okay. But the reason why he doesn't want you to have any doubt is because if it comes to spiritual, mentally, or physically, he will want you to ask, are you the real God? Is it really you? You feel me? Because that could be any other being or anything evil or something. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful. You can't be naive. So you're supposed to stay open to these questions. You feel me? So what I'm trying to say is to wrap this up. I'm about to talk about the Matrix after this. It's like God is coming to you. You know what I'm saying? By not coming to you at all. He's already there. He's all. You feel me? He's gonna guide you, your path and all that. Depending how you are, like I said, if you're evil, that's what you're gonna get, hell or death or whatever it is, betrayal. If you're good, righteous, peaceful, that's what you're gonna get, love and all that stuff back. But the way you gotta see it is like, yo, I don't gotta read the Bible, I don't gotta read ancient texts, I don't gotta do any research or any of this stuff. Because think about it, if God is almighty, he could do it without you having to read any of those stuff. Now he might let you read it because you might be interested, but he wouldn't let you harm yourself when it comes to reading it because you might get confused and read something that's evil and you think that it's something that's good. You feel me? But he will guide you. You feel me? Because that was to happen. He'll take you out that zone that you in and put you in another zone. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that invisibility right there, where you're like, yo, does God exist or he doesn't exist? You feel me? It's like he got you covered. You feel me? It's just basic. This is my ideas and my thoughts. Like I said, I'm not saying this is what it is, but basically, like for me, let me give you an example using me. Like for me, I know I don't have to. This is how I feel. I know I don't have to wait for Jesus Christ to come back because I know that I'm not gonna know how he really looks like. There's pictures of him with the beard and the long hair. You feel me? But then the Bible describes him as 7 heads or something like that, riding a horse with 7 heads. I don't know, something like that. And another description is like he's black, like a furnace, very black. He got white wool hair, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he looks like. I haven't met Christ. I wasn't born in the time that Christ was here in the world, how they say. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I reincarnated into this person that I am today, but I still don't have memory of that. You feel me? So it's like I gotta be fair to myself. You know, like, yo, God, I don't know if this is you, but if this is you and I'm still in doubt, I'm pretty sure you don't want me to be in doubt. So you're gonna help me out regardless. You feel me? So I could be clear. You feel me? But you're not gonna force yourself upon me. You are a force. You like a entity or a deity or whatever. You like this energy. You know what I'm saying? You're just this being. You're just all. You know what I'm saying? You're powerful. So it's like that's you know what I'm saying? Like that invisibility right there. Like you don't have to worry about it. I'm not saying that you don't have to pray. You could pray if you want, but that's if you want. You could worship if you want. That's if you worship. I mean, that's if you want to worship. You feel me? So God is just God is just the man. He's just it's just that's it. That invisible connection is perfect. So it's like long story short, when they ask me, do I believe in God? I'm like, yeah, I believe in God. Do you think Jesus Christ is gonna come back? No. Why not? Because God's already helping me out. You feel me? How do you know he's helping you out? Well, I know for a fact if God was to come to me, this is my answer. I know for well, I know for a fact if God was to come to me, I will question his appearance, his image, his existence. I wouldn't deny that he is God. I'm not gonna deny. I'm gonna tell him, "Are you really God?" I'm not gonna know. Whatever answer he gives me, I'm not gonna believe it because it could be a lie. So since that is understandable, wouldn't mean God's relationship be? I don't have to go back to Ray. He figured it out. Not that I figured it out, but like I don't have to go back to Ray because he knows that I'm there for him and he's questioning everything. Because at the end of the day, putting it vice versa, how do I know that's really Ray? You feel me? And that's how he really looks like. Because God, you may be a stranger to God yourself. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say, bro. So yeah, let's the next thing that I'm gonna talk about is gonna be the Matrix, but it's gonna be a real short version, but it's important. So yeah. Um yeah, that's pretty much it for the whole God thing. All right, I'm back. So yeah, that was that for God. Um I could do a little rundown so you can understand what I meant that I was gonna read this instead of doing the notes. So I'm just gonna tell you about. I'm gonna read what I basically just finished saying in all these, and not in all these, in this video just now. I'm gonna recap what I've been saying about God by reading the whole thing that I wrote. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going with what I wrote. So here it goes. It says you can't really believe what is written down in the Bible or in any ancient text because we were not there, and anybody writing those books and ancient texts could have been lying. Also, you don't know how God really looks like, even if they give a description in the Bible, because even if God appears to you, how do you really know that that's how he looks like? Don't you think he she looks like that's how he she looks like? Don't you think that don't you think that it is a trap? God wouldn't want you to have any doubt. So search for him is the key. And doesn't that seem like the answer to that is to be questionable about everything? Remember how they tell you to stay away from strangers as a child. So if you have a description of any stranger, you're saying it is okay to trust that person? Not at all. Also, other beings or humans that were alive in those times, like Thoth and Osiris, you don't know if they existed. You weren't there with them. It can be a setup. Now, God exists, but He doesn't need to come to you or come back to you like how Jesus Christ says He's going to come back. If He were to come back, wouldn't it be saying Lucifer or the devil? Since because they are other beings and they have powers, they could transform themselves into Jesus Christ to lie to you and have you to go to hell or simply die. God helps you. God helps you by searching for Him, seeking Him, but not by reading the Bible. You have to have faith, a lot of faith, and know that He is already guiding you in your life, that God been took the wheel. It's not that He is within you, how others say. He is an actual being, force, essence, etc. He's combined. He is everything combined. God is all. If you follow the footsteps of an evil being, whether it is a human, alien, demon, or angel, that's what he is going to guide you in. And if you fall into hell, let's say hell exists, or get betrayed, then those were the footsteps you follow, so that's what you get. But if you be good and loving and live a righteous life and a peaceful one, then that's what you will get. So that's pretty much what I just finished saying just now, bits by bits, all together. So let's get on with the Matrix. All right, let's get on with the Matrix. I got my cigarette here. You know what time it is, and I got my Corona. I've been drinking that. I showed you that while I was making this video early on the minutes of this video. Excuse me. All right, so Matrix 3, no versus special. Let's be real. And it's gonna be a short one. I'm gonna keep it short because I don't want this video to be too long. It's already at 34 minutes and 50 seconds. All right. It might be 6 minutes or 38 minutes. I mean, sorry, it might be 40 minutes or 38 minutes. But anyways, let's be real. For real. This how you know we in the Matrix. That's all my part one of the Matrix No versus Special 4, part two of the Matrix No versus Special 5, and this is part three of the Matrix No versus Special 6. Bro, I'm gonna go straight to the point. You already heard in those other videos what I had to say. This one I'm gonna go straight to the point because it's gonna be short. You see the green machinery thing that's inside of everything that you break, whether it's technology, that green stuff that it comes with all these things, these pins and all these shits and these motherboards and whatever the fuck chips, whatever the fuck, the green shit. Like when you break a screen or you take something apart, that green part, bro. What the fuck is that? Think about it. What the fuck is that? And why is it green? It could have been any color, but it has to be green. What the fuck is that? You feel me? Usually they're very thin. You know, there's a lot of them on top of each other. There's a lot of them on top of each other, and there's other connections to those things because you could put ports in it, chips in it, motherboards in it. You know what I'm saying? But that's not what I'm talking about. When you split the green thing in half, if you can, because it's very slim, what's inside of it? Nothing. It's just air. If you got something that could cut it in half, that green thing, it's just air or just the material that it's made from. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is this, and I'm looking at my notes here. How the fuck, for example, before I get to the example, let me just say, how the fuck do they make that shit work? Think about it. Now I'm going to the example. A Super Nintendo tape, one of those cassettes, the game, the actual game that you put in the system. Another system is created to program the game that you put in so it could shoot out through the cables into a TV so you can see the actual game. But what I'm trying to say is like, where the fuck does this shit comes from? You feel me? Oh, because memory and the codes. So you're gonna code all these stuff into the memory and the green stuff. You connect this, that, and third, and for whatever reason, it works. It's not really for whatever reason. They give you an actual explanation. But when I think about it, I think about it. It is for whatever reason because how the fuck does that shit work? You know what I'm saying? How the fuck does that green shit is the entire game, bro? Like, where is the visuals going to? Like I said, if you split the green thing in half, there's nothing. It's not like if you got a Mario game for Super Nintendo and you open it, you take out the green thing and you split the green thing in half or break it in half. Isn't like Mario's gonna fall out the fucking green shit or the game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see him running around your house or something. It's like it's invisible. You feel me? Now, don't get me wrong. I understand computers, codes, space, it's science, or just technology, or whatever the fuck. But seriously, bro, like, how the fuck does that shit knows how to do this and the third? What is telling it to do this? You feel me? And when you take out that green shit out of any system, whether the Super Nintendo tape, like what I'm talking about now, or a fucking system like the Dreamcast or whatever it is, or a monitor, it's like, yo, like how the fuck does this shit knows how to fucking make itself work, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I'm just being honest. Like for real. Like how the fuck does this shit works? Where the fuck is this shit coming from? You feel me? When you are born in a time when I was born in the 90s, you have a lot of questions. Because remember, to the people that was born before those games came out, the system, the Nintendo, the Atari, the Jaguar, whatever was the first system, the Comrade, whatever the fuck was the first system before that shit came out, to the people that was living before, their answers is gonna be like, oh, just technology, technology advanced. But to us that was born when the technology was already advanced to a certain level at least, we have questions like how the fuck is this possible? You feel me? You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, like Who do you think you bullshitting? Like, how the fuck does it make this shit work, bro? Oh, it's a visual VGA. I forgot what they call the blue, not the blue, sorry, the white, red, and yellow shit. I forgot what they call those cables. They have a name for it, but oh, it's that or VGA. It does a signal and it does an image in the computer, and the monitor will pick it up, and that's how you got a computer, and it's just possible. Da 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 da. Man, suck my dick, nigga. Like, explain the shit. Where the fuck shit coming from? This shit is practically coming from something invisible, bro. So that's why I always say, bro. It's the Matrix, bro. God got us in the Matrix, bro. He's not in here with us. He's outside, and he's just having us experience his life because it's something wonderful and magnificent. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I love video games, and I love video games. I love anime. They go hand to hand, and it's like, yo, like this shit is amazing. So it is an experience. But at the end of the day, don't get fooled. That's what I'm saying. Always have questions like, yo, like where the fuck this shit came from for real? Like, how the fuck do they make this shit work? With this green shit and this fucking other extra shit and the chip and all that shit, and you gotta put this and that there. So that right there, you just put it in your system, and that's it. The Super Nintendo tape, put in your system, and then the vision, the cables, the yellow, white, and red goes into your TV. You turn on your TV, go to a certain channel, and that's it. It's just gonna work. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just getting powered up by something, bro. It's not just technology. It's not the answer to that. But anyways, like I said, I was gonna keep it short. There's 100% here, and there's 100% me too, Gambling. I'm signing out. And before I leave, just be open minded to what I just finished saying right now. Like, think about that green shit. Like, yo, that shit is crazy, bro. And then hopefully you saw all my other videos that I made about the Matrix, so you could like put two together. Like, yo, like how the fuck is it even possible, bro? They just tell you shit. Oh, this is how it works. Technology. That's it. They don't really explain it to you. All right, later. Peace.